Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I am here with my friend Rolene. Rolene is an amazing artist. Here is her cookbook, Michael Oliver's Friends Food Flavors, Great South African Recipes. Rolene has been in Taiwan a very long time and she has shared a lot of her artwork with me.
I can't believe it myself, but it's been 13 years. Yeah, we came in 2010. We arrived August 17th or 18th in the middle of summer. We arrived in Taiwan 13 years ago. Yeah, it's such a surprise. I think everyone from the West will know when you step out of the airport and those doors open and you step outside and the heat just hits you like a wall, right? Yeah, rough. That first few nights we didn't know what setting to put the AC on and we put it on 16.
I still have mine on 16.
You can't afford that.
Everybody would assume that being from Africa, they'd be used to the heat in the same way as they assume I'm used to the rain being from England.
The heat in South Africa it's savanna, right? So it's really dry. The temperatures are similar, but the heat is dry. It's the humidity most that makes you feel so hot.
But now you're living up in the mountain.
Yeah, we're about 3 kilometers up from Shinpeito and definitely a bit cooler than in town.
Do you prefer being up in the mountains to being in the city?
Absolutely. I love this house.
It's a very traditional Taiwanese mountain house.
It is.
When you moved in here, what were your neighbors' reactions?
So interestingly, the previous guy who lived here was a French guy. He didn't have a scooter or a cell phone. He had a landline and he took the bus. So the neighbors weren't that surprised because apparently there's been foreigners living here for a long time. Unfortunately, we just didn't drink as much with them. It's quite a small village called Shibafen, so 18 families that used to live here. We love our village, we love our neighbors, they love our little girl, like everyone is a Mimi fan. We have a little breakfast shop at the bottom of the hill and they always give her something to eat on the way to the daycare. I would see pictures of her sometimes on Facebook like, hey, wait a minute, that's my girl. So they're all fans.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
So in her daycare, she's learning Chinese.
She is learning Chinese.
All Chinese?
It's all Chinese.
What made you come to Taiwan?
Quite a few different things. I had a friend here who came because her sister came. So she came first and then another friend of hers came to Taiwan. I was living in London at the time and I always heard about Taiwan and I heard about scootering around and there's bubble tea stations and you just buy a bubble tea and you're driving on your scooter drinking a tea and I thought, my goodness, that sounds fantastic. I want to do that.
Goodness, that sounds so dangerous.
One of my favorite things to do, I'll have my drink or I have a little bag of sweet potato balls or something on my scooter and driving up the mountain, having my snack or drinking my tea and I feel happy then, you know. I drive safely and the road is very quiet up on the mountain. So it was that, the fact that I found it really interesting and then because I'm an artist and my husband is a ceramic artist, we both wanted to have a job where we have enough time for our art and we knew that you could come and teach part-time and you can still earn enough money that you can pay your bills. As an artist starting out in South Africa, if we wanted to pay our bills, you have to spend full time at work every hour putting all your energy into your job and all that money you're going to need for all your bills. So economically, it was a really good way of being able to work in hours and have mornings to create. And then also Taiwan is so fantastically located that we knew we could travel and we could see more of Asia. So a combination of those things is why we came.
So you have quite a few pictures of Taiwan that you've created as you've traveled around?
Yes, I have my camera to snap some interesting, characterful places, which is everywhere to be found. I'd love to draw it. Like I did some of Taiwanese breakfast and Taiwanese food and there's so many things to draw. I mean, how do you stop yourself? And
the lifestyle here gives you those opportunities to be able to create.
Absolutely, because Taiwan is such an interesting place. The things you see, you never run out of ideas really. I mean, the 13 years that I've been here, you always discover new things. It never stops. So it's like, what's that? What's that? That's beautiful. That's weird. And that is exciting for me as an artist.
And it's things that Taiwanese people might not even notice.
Definitely,
like,
oh, definitely.
You guys
yeah.
walk past these same things every day, and we'll walk past it and be like, huh?
Definitely.
We've got questions, and nobody can answer the questions because everybody's just been so used to seeing that same thing daily. So why did you stay? 13 years is a long time.
The first few years adapting is quite tough, and then once you settle into Taiwan life, it just gets pretty good. It's convenient, it's interesting, and it's easy, and it's exciting, and you make good friends, and you settle in, and you enjoy so many aspects of Taiwan, and you just stay.
Life's good.
No, life's good. Taiwan's been treating us really well.
So since you've been in Taiwan, like you said, you've gone from coming here and having that time to adapt to life here, which is very exciting, challenging, but exciting.
Yes.
And then you're married here, you have your daughter, now you've got your countryside life. Going through all these different stages, what's been some of your favorite places or favorite experiences here?
Trips around the island has always been highlights. Like in the beginning of our time here, we used to go camping every year in Kenting by Baishawan, and I love that beach. It's such a great beach, and I think something that makes it so special is when you're in any other beach in the world, if you're in the water and you look back at the coastline, it's full of buildings and houses and restaurants, but Baishawan has been kept wild, even though it's not. It feels very natural. And in those beginning years, you rent an umbrella, and then each beach umbrella had a little telephone number on, and then you phoned them, and then you could order beer and ice cream and like cool drinks and chips, and they would bring it on a quad bike on the beach. They'll come to your beach umbrella and bring it for you.
Wow, like Uber Eats before Uber Eats.
Yeah, on the beach. It was so great. It was so great.
That's so cool.
Cold beer on the beach. Brilliant.
I've never heard of that.
And then we really love Shaoliuqiu. Swimming with the turtles in Shaoliuqiu was one of my biggest highlights in Taiwan. It was really fantastic. I loved it. This old creature, and you always think it's so slow, right? But once you're trying to swim with it, they're fast. They move slow, but they're fast. Yeah. Okay. What I love the most about Taiwan is the mountains. Like, Taiwanese mountains are just something else. I can never get over their beauty. I can never get enough of it. I love you.
I see your social media, and nearly every weekend you're finding new trails and going on hikes with the little ones through the mountains or camping.
I love that, and I think it's part of South African culture. You know, we do love the outdoors in South Africa, so it was tough in the beginning when we lived in an apartment in Bancha. This house has made it so easy for us, and it's so amazing living on Yangmin Shan. It's right outside our door, so we can do it, you know, and I love it too. Thank you for noticing.
Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you guys for watching. I can't wait to see what's in store next. I will leave the link for your book at the bottom so you guys can check it out. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Lucy.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
And I look forward to your next adventures.
Thank you very much.
Come and join me again soon.
I will.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.